Hello, everyone. My name is Ole Kagan, and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for LA County Library, and I welcome you to Work Ready, How to Get LA County Jobs. And now I'd like to tell you about the Work Ready program. Work Ready started in December of 2020 with the purpose of helping people get a job, improve their work situation, and plan a more sustainable career path. We're doing that in two ways. One is we're lending out laptops and Wi-Fi hotspots, so computers and internet access for 6-week periods out of 20 and soon to be 27 library locations, breaking down one barrier to applying for a job and getting online training. And the second way that Work Ready is helping folks with jobs is we provide virtual events just like this one on a variety of work-related topics, from the basics like resumes, cover letters, interviews, to deep dives into various careers and LA County jobs, for instance, and other subjects that will help you succeed at work. And you can see over 50 of those past classes at any time by checking out the work and career playlist on our YouTube channel. And I'll post a link to our YouTube channel in the chat right now. There it is. And of course, the Work Ready program is made possible due to funds provided by the American Rescue Plan. And before I introduce our presenters for today, I want to let you know about next week's Work Ready program, and that is Work Ready Careers in Skilled Trades. So if you're interested, or if you know somebody who's interested in a career in the trades, mechanic, carpenter, electrician, and the myriad other trades out there, this program will be a panel with a mechanic, carpenter, and an electrician, and they'll tell you how they got started and the various details of their work and their careers. And I'll post a link to that in the chat right now. You can register for that now or later, and it's absolutely free, just like all LA County Library programs. And if you're interested in more programs produced by the LA County Library, you can go to our website at lacountylibrary.org. On the top right-hand side, there's an events button. If you click on that, you get all events, in person and virtual, out of 85 library locations. And if you hover over that link, then there'll be a drop-down that says virtual programming, and you click on that, you just get the Zoom programs, all ages, various topics, all free, of course. And I just wanted to let you know that this program is being recorded, so you'll be able to watch it on our YouTube channel, and link to that will be sent to you by email in a follow-up email next week. So if you miss anything during this presentation, don't worry. If you can't furiously scroll something down, you will be able to watch the program again. All right. And now I'd like to introduce our presenters for the day. Maritza Escobar and Christian Lavelle are human resource analysts in the Talent Solutions Division of LA County Human Resources. They both work on the Temp LA program, of which Christian Lavelle is the program manager. And now I present and bring to the stage Maritza and Christian. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. So glad to be here. Today, we will be presenting on, let me get my camera going. We will be presenting on a few of our programs, as well as how to apply to jobs with LA County.
Good morning. My name is Maritza Escobar, and I'm a human resources analyst with the Talent Solutions Division in the Department of Human Resources as well. I work under Chris Lobel in the Temp LA program, and I'm happy to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my video since I'll be presenting. As Oleg said, please feel free to drop any questions in the Q&A box, or feel free to take them down. We will have time for Q&A at the end of our session. All right. So again, my name is Christian Lavelle. I go by Chris. I'm a human resource analyst at the Department of Human Resources here at LA County. I'm also the program manager for the Temp LA program. I, prior to joining DHR, or Department of Human Resources, worked as a management fellow with LA County Library. So I feel like I am here with family in good company. And prior to joining the county, I was actually an educator. I was a teacher at the high school and the elementary school level. I now manage the Temp LA program, which we'll go into more detail shortly. And I am also joined by Maritza, if you want to give a little bit more of your background.
Hi, yes, again, my name is Maritza Escobar. I'm currently a human resources analyst with the Talent Solutions Division. Previously, I was also working under the appeals program. So all county appeals for any type of examinations will come through the appeals programs. I have been with the county for about 24 years. I was also previously, I started working with the county with the Department of Public Social Services. I started from the bottom as an eligibility worker and moved my way up as a gain services worker, where I was also a job developer, helping participants with barriers and gaining self-sufficiency through obtaining permanent jobs with either the county or the private sector. Prior to my career with the county, I was also in the private sector working in human resources. So being in human resources is something that is a passion for me. So I'm really happy to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Maritza. And then you'll see on screen, we have Valencia, who is not joining us today, but she also works on the Temp LA program along with Maritza and myself. So a little bit about Los Angeles County, because I do want to kind of set the groundwork and the foundation, the background for what we're talking about. A lot of people know about the county as a geographic location, but maybe not as an employer. So we're actually the largest employer in Southern California. We have over 111,000 budgeted positions. I'll say that again, we have 111,000 budgeted positions, and we serve over 10 million residents. We cover over 4,084 square miles, and we operate on over a $30 billion budget. So with over 111,000 budgeted positions, I like to say whatever you want to do, you really can do it within the county. Whatever you might pursue in the private sector, there are jobs here within the county. As you'll see in a forthcoming slide, we have about 40 departments with all this opportunity. But what really ties us together is our love for public service. So regardless of what you want to do, there is a space here for you at the county if you do have that heart for public service. Maritza, are you there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to respond to an answer. Just a minute. Sorry.
I can take this one.
Oh, okay.
So our vision, and this is the vision of the Department of Human Resources, not necessarily of the county, is leading the way to HR excellence through innovation, collaboration, and customer service. And our mission is to attract, develop, and retain a talented, engaged, and diverse workforce that's, again, passionate about public service. Like I said, with all the opportunity, with the vast variety of departments, as you'll see here, we're really here because we have a heart for serving the public. So as you see, this is just a small snapshot of some of the departments that you can work for that are our county line departments. For example, we have mental health. Obviously, we have the library who's putting on this incredible program. We have Department of Human Resources, which, we work for everything to public safety. For example, the sheriff, the fire department. We also have Public Social Services, a department that many people might have heard of, Animal Care and Control, and then some departments that people may not have heard of. For example, our Internal Services Department, which serves our other county departments, and even some of our quasi-county departments like Natural History Museum and Museum of Art. So really, whatever it is that you are interested in pursuing, I do encourage you to take a look at our HR website, our jobs website, to see what's available, and we will cover that in our forthcoming slides. All right, Maritza.
Okay, so we have several internship programs with Talent Solutions Division, and one of them is the Academic Internship Program. So this is designed to place college university students within county departments as students interns for the completion of specific projects, research or studies ordered by the board of supervisors or developed by a county department. So these internships are unpaid. But we, it's really a good experience for anyone to have. If anyone is interested in this specific academic internship program, we have the site where you can visit for more information.
Thank you. And I apologize for the slides. For some reason, as I presented them, they kind of condensed, which is very odd. But just because AIP, the Academic Internship Program, is near and dear to my heart, prior to me coming in as the program manager of Temp LA, I was the program manager for the Academic Internship Program. It is a wonderful program. There's over 100 opportunities if you go to this website. One of the qualifications for this program is you do have to be currently enrolled in good academic standing at a partnering institution, and we have our list of institutions at that website as well, and you have to be receiving academic credit since it is an unpaid experience. However, it is a great way to get county experience, and there are some really incredible projects that individuals can work on listed on that website. And like I said, there's over 100 at a wide variety of departments. So if you're interested, definitely go to that website, check out what's available. If your institution or your school is not currently partnered, we do facilitate that process. So you just have to reach out to our team, let us know where you're enrolled, and we will send everything over to your school to formally establish a partnership so that you will then become eligible to participate in the Academic Internship Program. It's a really incredible program. So next we have our Student Worker Program. So our Student Worker Program is designed to provide participants with on-the-job training and experience while encouraging the participants to obtain their educational degree or professional certification. So this is a paid opportunity as opposed to the Academic Internship Program, which is for academic credit. This would be anyone who's currently enrolled in school, and I believe it is high school through college. You just have to be eligible to work. And it is up to 30 hours per week. And again, the county recognizes that as a student, your primary goal is obviously to obtain that degree or whatever you're pursuing. So there is flexibility in there to work around that school schedule. So another incredible opportunity for those who are looking to get kind of their foot in the door, get some experience at the county, but that may still be enrolled in school. And I see that a lot of the slides kind of imported weird. So I can definitely provide these to our contacts at library, to Oleg. And Oleg, if you'd like to provide them, if possible, to the participants, I can definitely do that. Yes, go ahead, Maritza.
I wanted to add on the Student Worker Program. We have the regular student worker who will be for high school students, and the professional student worker will be for college students. So there's two opportunities right there. Moving on to the county-wide Youth Bridges Program is the CYBP. This is an opportunity and it gives 120 hours of work experience. And it provides exposure and creates a pathway to youth barriers who are facing barriers to employment before they become disconnected from the workforce, education, housing, and social network. This is a great opportunity. Under the county-wide Youth Bridges Program, we have some special under umbrella programs that will benefit youth of all, from ages 16 to 24. We have a special IT program if anybody is interested in IT career. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. And I do want to also let everyone know that even if you don't necessarily qualify for one of the programs that we are speaking about, do hang on. We do have a lot of programs. You may qualify for another. We have pretty much something for everyone, but definitely pass the information along. So maybe you are not a individual who would qualify under student worker or youth bridges. Maybe send it to a youth that you know who is interested in beginning their career here at the County of Los Angeles. So next we have the Career Development Internship Program, which is also another program that's near and dear to my heart. I was previously the program manager for this program as well. And it is a 2-year full-time, although it says internship, this is a full-time job opportunity that does come with benefits. And as you may or may not know, the county has excellent benefits. So it's a really good opportunity. And it is designed for targeted populations, again, who have faced barriers to employment. For example, at-risk youth, foster and former foster youth. So I do want to clarify that you can be any age, and if you've ever been enrolled in the foster care system, you do qualify for this program. Individuals with disabilities and individuals who are homeless or at risk of homelessness all qualify under the Career Development Internship Program. Again, it's 2 years, it's paid and with benefits. So it is, you can qualify, I'm sorry, not qualify, you can apply to one of our specialties. The specialties include craft support, heavy maintenance and operational support, IT and tech support. So that's very popular right now, it's the IT, and office support and clerical. And if you want more information about this program, you can go to our website /career development internships. And we do have another program that mirrors it, which I think is next, our Veterans Intern Program.
Yes, so the VIP program, this program provides paid internships for qualified veterans of the United States. The internships afford veterans with on-the-job training and work experience that will enable you and anyone who applies to effectively complete for permanent county positions. And depending on the assignment, veterans can be hired for a 12 to 24-month on-the-job training in the following specialties: administrative support, craft support, heavy maintenance, and operational support. Information technology support, office and clerical support, and technical support. So there is a requirement, a DD 214 needs to be presented when you apply for this job, and the link is below. You can visit www.governmentjobs.com/careers/LA County. Thank you.
And the goal with all of these programs is to, if it's of interest to the participant, to promote, to assist individuals in promoting to permanent employment. While we can't guarantee automatic promotions or permanent employment, we can provide you with the skills and resources and training necessary to competitively compete for the next targeted position. All right. So we have our County Employee Youth Mentoring Program, and this is a program that provides employees with a means to assist youth through mentoring. It's not necessarily applicable for today's presentation, so we're going to move right on to Temp LA, which is the program that we manage. And once we wrap up Temp LA, we're going to go over how to apply to county jobs. So the Temp LA program is a program that was designed, again, to assist individuals who have faced barriers to employment in gaining an opportunity to become employed with the County of Los Angeles. So you would have to qualify as having a job readiness certificate. And you can get the job readiness certificates in various ways through Gain or Grow, through the American Job Centers of California, through Careers for a Cause. So we have a pretty extensive list of ways that you can get that certificate. Once you have that certificate, a job readiness certificate, it does make you eligible to apply to the Temp LA program. So here is a list of the work readiness certificates that we currently accept. It is a full-time program again. So if you are looking for work that is not full-time, really the only position that we have available is a student worker, and you would have to be eligible through being enrolled in school. But our Temp LA program is a full-time program that pays $15,795 an hour. You have the opportunity to work in any number of the departments that you saw on our screen. And it is up to 2 years in length. So what we do is we work to place you in a department that is one close to where you live. That's usually most people's requirement is they want to work somewhere close to where they live, which is totally understandable, as well as something that might interest you. And usually the assignments will last anywhere from a few months up to the full 2 years. If you come off of an assignment and you haven't completed your 2 years in the program, we do work to continue to place you until those 2 years are up. After 6 months on assignment, you do become eligible to receive our participation certificate. So once you receive our Temp LA certificate, that makes you eligible to compete for our intermediate clerk Temp LA position. Now, the intermediate clerk position within the county is a county-wide position. It is very competitive. We do receive probably thousands of applications for that position. The benefit of going through this program and having that that Temp LA certificate after 6 months on assignment is that instead of competing with potentially thousands of individuals, you're only competing with other Temp LA candidates, which therefore makes you easier to reach on a list. So it's definitely a benefit to go through this program to get that certificate and then apply to that specialized examination.
Chris, can I add the benefits for the Temp LA program?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so one of the main benefits is the on-the-job experience. You do get county medical insurance after completing 3 months on an assignment. And of course, you have to work at least 30 hours, but the Temp LA office support assistants are a temporary position, but full-time, so you do have to work the 40 hours. So you definitely, after 3 months of being on assignment, temporary employees do get county insurance medical benefits. You also get county pension savings plan benefits, and the county matches 3% of that. You also accrue sick time in a form of 1 hour for every 30 hours worked. And then you also get paid for mandatory training. So those are some of the great benefits that the Temp LA program offers to the office support assistants. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. How did I forget to mention the benefits, all of those amazing benefits that you do get. And I love that, you know, the access to the pension savings plan with a match is incredible. So we're going to attempt to play a short video. Sometimes the sound works well and sometimes it doesn't. If not, we will go ahead and move on. So Maritza, if you can let me know if you can hear the video. Let me volume up.
No, not yet. We can't hear it, Chris.
No, okay. Okay, no worries.
It's possible to share it when you do the share screen. There's a little checkbox that you can press that will allow us to hear the sound.
Okay.
We might just try to share it again.
From Tuesdays, and then we're gonna sign it.
There it goes.
That's in your
Thank you. So start over.
Come on, Didi, yours too. Come on, we have to get the snacks ready. Put the book from Tuesdays, and then we're gonna sign that too. Justin, yours needs to be signed as well.
I had a great job. I was human resources assistant for a charter school. My challenge fell into my second child, my 2.5-year-old. She had speech delay. So this went on from 2 years old when I realized there was something not right. Little did I know, I realized that my son had also the same kind of developmental delay. I had to take some time off. After my my funds had already, my savings had run out. I had to seek some assistance, and I applied for cash aid while I worked out the situation with my children. I found out that the Temp LA had started a new program, an opportunity for people like me, like mothers like me, recipients like me.
Oh, we're very busy. Temp LA is a pilot program that was launched April 1st, 2017 here at the County of Los Angeles that allows participants to temporarily work at the county with the goal in mind of them finding permanent employment.
I took the opportunity, started here in Public Works in May. It's been a great experience. I'm doing payroll. I do mileage coordinator for about 1,100 employees. I took the pause and I took the break and was able to help my children. I'm pleased as to where they're at the moment. They've done great. Currently, right now, their success is, I think, much bigger than mine, because my goal at the end of the day was for my children to have a good education.
I'm a single mom. I have a 9-year-old little boy. I needed to provide for my son. I needed to get myself back on my feet and do for him. I needed to look out for his future and his well-being.
When Elizabeth received the word that she was going to become a permanent county employee, she cried. And her exact words was that Temp LA has changed my life.
And I'm looking forward to the next step. And it's all thanks to programs like Temp LA. I'm very grateful. I'm thankful. And now it's my turn to give back to my community.
All right, and I think we need to update that video because there's been well over 200 Temp LA participants. So now into the nitty-gritty of applying to county jobs and navigating Neogov.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Maritza.
So an overview of what Neogov is. Neogov is the software system that maintains all the public sector jobs. So you create a profile and you put all the information. It might take a little time the first time, but once you have created your profile, in it, you put your work experience. All you have to be doing is maintaining and updating your current information. So when you go in and sign up through the system, you can easily apply for any job that you are searching for, and just click apply. And after that, the application will submit. So again, only one time is that you have to input all the information, and after that it's just maintenance. So Neogov is basically the system used by the public sector. So all county, cities, counties, state jobs will be listed under this software platform. So in navigating we'll discuss about how to navigate Neogov, how to create a job interest card, how to create a profile, and actually how to apply for a job. Thank you, Chris. Next slide.
Okay, so this is a snapshot of what our jobs website looks like. So you would go to first hr.lacounty.gov and you would click on the link that will take you to job opportunities. You will see two different links available: opportunities that are open to the public and opportunities that are for current county employees. If you're not a current county employee, make sure you are clicking jobs that are open to the public. Because if you see on the screen, there is a segment that says exam type. You want to make sure that you are applying for the right type of exam. So if you're not a current county employee, that line must read open. So what you see here is what will come up when you navigate to our careers website. Usually there's somewhere between 300 to 400 jobs available each time I check. And you can see the different actions you can take here. You can sort based on a number of items, such as the date that it was posted. You can filter as well. For example, if you know you want to go to a specific department, or you know that you want to hold a role-based specific salary range. There's a number of different ways that you can sort and filter to find the jobs that best fit what you're looking for. This website is updated frequently. Again, we have over 40 departments, 111,000 budgeted positions. So it can sometimes be overwhelming to look through all of the opportunities that we do have available. So we're going to talk about how to create a job interest card. But I wanted to show you again that this is what will come up. This is our County of Los Angeles jobs website powered by Neogov, and ensure that you are applying for the correct exam type. So if you're not a current employee, it should say open. If it says promotional or transfer, then that is for current employees of the County of Los Angeles. So when you navigate to our website, make sure you're clicking jobs that are open to the public. When you look at a job, you'll see the type of job is normally full-time, but there may be some other categories. It'll show the salary range, the category that the job is under, as well as the department. So again, we have up to 40 departments. There will be a lot of information here that is helpful in deciding if this is an examination that you would like to apply for.
So navigating Neogov, sorting and filter, as Chris was already touching on it. So if you sort, you can sort by the newest to the oldest. My recommendation is that you do go to the newest, because you do want to see what's new, because sometimes when jobs are posted, some departments just give a window of like a few days. Some might be posted for longer, but they can close. So you have to take a look. If you're interested in something, make sure you're checking it. And hopefully you can check it daily if you just busy, because there's jobs posted every day. So if you filter again by posting date, you have the option of selecting by the newest to oldest. You also have a sorting selection of job title from A to C, or highest salary, whichever your preference is. And then also, if you have a particular interest in a certain department, so like say you're looking for a job in health services for nursing, then you can filter by the department, and of course you'll go to Department of Health Services, or the public department, public or mental health as well. So you just enter that information, and you'll be able to filter and get to whatever you want to get to quickly. Because again, like Chris said, sometimes there's over 400 to 500 jobs posting. So you want to narrow the list. Thank you.
So as we have stated probably multiple times, there are hundreds of opportunities available at any given time, and the job listings are updated frequently. So you want to ensure that you're not missing out on opportunities, because as Maritza stated, often there's a window and you'll see the dates that you're able to apply to the jobs. Some will say open continuous, but there are certain jobs that have a really brief window of time that you can apply to that position. And you don't want to miss out, say that is the day that you did not check the jobs website. You want to make sure that you are able to see that that's becoming available and apply as soon as possible, so you don't miss out on that opportunity. And that's where the job interest card comes into play. I've seen an opportunity open and close on the same day. And just imagine if that's the job that you want and that's not the day you were checking the website, and you don't necessarily know when that job may become available again. So to create a job interest card, you would go to the jobs website, and let me go back a few slides so we can talk through it together. And you would click menu in the upper left-hand corner. If you can see kind of the sandwich of lines up there that says menu, you would click that and you would click create a job interest card. When you open the menu, this is what it's going to look like. And the job interest card kind of looks like a filing cabinet. So this is what you're going to select. When you create a job interest card, you're going to be able to select the categories of jobs that you want to be notified about. So this person might be interested in jobs that fall under HR, administrative assistant, community and social services, and faculty. A very interesting assortment of jobs that they've selected, but as you can see, there are many, there's even more than are listed here, categories that you can select. You can also subscribe to individual jobs. I'm not sure if our presentation goes over this, but say you went to a job bulletin that you're interested in, or you see a specification that you're interested in and, a classification you're interested in and is not currently available. So one of the benefits of working or applying to jobs in government is that they are available for viewing at any time, even if they're not currently accepting applications. So you can go to that classification and let's see, you would go to class specifications, look for jobs that you're interested in. If you see it's right above job interest card, and you can subscribe to individual jobs so that when it becomes available, what this job interest card will do is you'll get an email to your personal email or whatever email account that you've signed up with, and it'll let you know that the job will be available in the coming days or weeks. So you get a notification before it becomes open for filing, which means that you can apply to that job. So again, you can apply, you can subscribe to different categories of jobs, or you can subscribe to individual positions by going to these class specifications and then, filtering to whatever is of interest to you. But you don't want to miss out on the opportunities. So we highly suggest you create a job interest card for any jobs or any categories that you're interested in. When you open up the job interest card and you've selected what you want to subscribe to, you'll be asked to fill out this information. So you'll be asked to check the exam type. And again, we kind of talked about this earlier. Open means open to the public. Anyone can apply to it so long as you meet the minimum qualifications. Promotional and transfer would be for current county employees. So you would not be selecting those two unless you're a current county employee. You'll need to fill out your first and last name, your address, and other personal information like your phone number and your email address. The email address is important. Please ensure you are inputting an email address that you check frequently. So again, you are not missing out on those job interest card notifications because you don't want to miss that exam window. So Maritza, would you like to go over creating a profile? Again,
Yes.
as you said, creating a profile, you just have to do this one time and then you can apply to any of the county jobs.
Yeah, so when you create your profile, usually you can have it set up previously. And so you will go to where it says create account, and then you'll enter an email, enter a username, password, and you'll have created your profile. So you'll start, I don't know if there's another slide, Chris, that shows the application. I'm not. So here's the profile. Once you create, your password, your user, it will take you to this information, these tabs right here on the left-hand side. So you start with the information. It'll ask you for your name, address, email address. Make sure you provide a current email address that you will be using. And you will be also checking for spam email. Sometimes some notices go there. So just be conscious of checking your spam email. Some people have been invited to examinations, and for some reason the email has gone to spam and they missed the opportunity. So, and then you go on with the tabs. On the work tab, you will input all your work experience, beginning with the most recent. On the education tab, of course, you'll enter your education. Additional information over here, you can enter, let me see, let me get into the additional information. So you just enter any information that you want to provide. And the references, you don't really have to provide that, but you can provide it upon request. Attachments, is recommended that you put your most recent resume that you may have. And then questions, this is like some applications will have supplementary questionnaires that you have to answer on top of inputting your work experience. This might be specific to some jobs that you're applying. I know, for example, like the sheriff department does require that, probation department, and many other departments do supplemental questionnaires that you have to respond to. Then you'll have the other tab where you can review all the information that you have entered. And the last step is to certify that you have entered all the information, that everything that you have submitted is correct. So you verify that. And also on the attachments, I'm sorry to go back, you can attach any degrees that are required. Make sure that you are reading the examination bulletin to know exactly what they are expecting you to upload. Many jobs do require a degree, and you'll see on the minimum requirements, if they're listing a bachelor's degree, they will want a copy of your diploma and your official transcripts. So you upload them and you have them ready, but also remember, anytime you're applying for a different job, even though you uploaded that information already in your profile, make sure you always, during each application, that you upload your official transcripts and your diploma, because that, if it's not there, then your application may be rejected. Some examinations will give you the opportunity to submit the information within 10 to 15 days, and you can read that in the examination bulletin. However, it's best if you submit everything when you're applying for the position, okay? And again, make sure you have everything, your phone number, email address, updated. If you happen to change, let's say you apply for a job, and then you change your phone number or email address, be sure to update it, because if you could be receiving invitations to take the examination and it will just go somewhere else that you won't even know. So you want to make sure that that's up to date. So thank you, Chris. I am done with this slide.
So here's how to apply for a job. Once you find a job you want to apply for, review that job posting carefully and then just hit apply. Again, under your profile, you can apply to numerous jobs in the county. Please make sure you are reviewing the bulletin carefully. So when to apply, the type of recruitment, as well as the minimum qualifications. You'll see on the bulletins, again, they have salary, the job type, the closing date, the department, and all the information you may need to know. So go through each of these sections, which Maritza just went over, answer any supplemental questions, click review, and then certify that all of your information that is submitted is accurate and truthful. You'll submit an application electronically for each position, and then you will receive a confirmation email. Please make sure you're checking your spam mail to ensure you receive all emails, because you don't want to get invited for an examination and then miss the examination because you did not check your spam emails or you didn't get that email because it is in the wrong folder. And then a reminder to be patient and continue applying for other jobs that you may qualify for. So that is actually the end of our presentation. And I wanted to take some time. I know we have a few minutes left for questions and answers. I see that there are some questions in the Q&A. So Oleg, if it's fine, I can just go through some of the questions.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so let's look. I saw a question earlier about the Youth Bridges website. I'll have to check on it. The Youth Bridges website. Oh, I see. Yeah, so the link that was provided was Youth at Work, which is step 1 of our CYBP program. But the actual Youth Bridges website is hosted by DHR, so I can ensure that everyone has the correct link to that, as well as you'll have all links mentioned in this presentation. We'll be providing a copy of the presentation to Oleg. Also, if you have any questions and you'd like to direct them to Maritza or myself, Maritza, do you mind dropping our emails in the chat so that anyone who has a question can reach out to us, and then we can send those questions to the appropriate individuals if they are not us?
Yes, I will.
So what was some of the paperwork needed to be put in the attachments tab? If a job bulletin says that, you know, it requires a degree, you might have to put that in the tab. Or if there's anything else you'd like to add, if you need to upload your resume, all of that would be in the attachments tab. Can we see this recording again later? I believe that Oleg answered that question. Oleg, you said it will be posted via YouTube, correct?
Yes, so the presentation will be posted on our YouTube channel, and then I'll send a follow-up email either a little bit later this week or early next week with a link to that and the PDF of this presentation with all the links that are there, and then any other information that will be necessary. And you can always respond to that email with questions too, and we can forward those on.
Awesome, thank you. So can you talk about the exam process? Absolutely. And I actually want to bring your attention to our HR website. If you go to hr.lacounty.gov, there is a wonderful video that the Department of Human Resources has put together about the entire process from application to hire. Because applying to jobs in the public sector is very different than applying to jobs in the private sector. And you do have to take examinations and abide by civil service rules. So actually, let me see if I can share. If you guys give me one moment, I'll continue to answer other questions as I pull that up, and we can go through that video together. It's very brief about the examinations process. I see another question. What is meant by the first day of filing? So first day of filing would mean simply the first day that you can submit your application. You want to ensure that you are looking at that filing date as well as the closing date to ensure that you are submitting your application in the correct time frame. Again, some might say open continuous and some might say you have to submit it within these particular time frames. So now I think my computer's running a bit slow, but I'm going to pull up the video because it is very wonderful as an explanation to our process. Give me one moment. Here we go. And since I shared the sound earlier, let's hope that it works now. Oleg or Maritza, if you can let me know once I play it, if you can hear it.
I can hear.
Perfect, thank you.
The County of Los Angeles receives almost 250,000 online job applications every year. Our new online job application system lets you search for open jobs and quickly find job descriptions for nearly every position in the county. You can also set up a job interest card to receive an email notification each time a position opens matching one of the categories you choose. Create a profile. The system lets you easily create a profile, load in your education, work history, and contact information, and then use your profile to apply for jobs. So how does the county job application process work? How does your app become a job? Job announcement. When a position becomes available, the county will post a job announcement online on the job application system to announce that applications are being accepted. The announcement will include the functions and requirements of the job, desirable qualifications, any physical requirements, and how applications will be evaluated. Assessments. If you meet the minimum qualifications for the job, you will be invited to take assessments that will measure your work-related competencies. Assessments can include written or computerized tests, interviews, and performance tests. These assessments are different depending on the requirements of the job and how many candidates a department is looking for. Banding. Your assessment scores are combined to give you an overall score. A list of candidates who are eligible for hiring is created, and you are placed on the list in a group or band according to your score. This is called banding. County departments can then offer jobs to candidates starting in the highest scoring band. Job offers. If you are placed on a list of qualified candidates, you may be eligible to receive job offers for up to 12 months in general. You can continue to apply for other jobs even while you are on an eligible list. A job with the County of Los Angeles offers you great benefits, lots of career opportunities, and lets you become part of the great county family. With more than 35 departments, over 100,000 employees, and more than 2,300 different types of jobs, there's no better time to start your career here. Apply online today and make Los Angeles County your employer of choice.
Okay, I hope that video answered your question, and I wanted to show you where to find that video should you like to review it at a later date. I also see a question, how to study for exams. So let me go ahead and share my screen again because I love talking about this. We have, by we, I mean the Department of Human Resources, not myself, put together a really comprehensive job search toolkit. And if you go to our website, which is hr.lacounty.gov, hover over find a job, you'll see our job search tools. When I talked about how to find jobs, remember you're clicking jobs open to the public, unless you're a county employee, in which case you would click jobs open for LA County employees. So in the job search toolkit, you'll find resume tips, interview tips, our career pathfinder, which is a really cool tool that will help you map your career here at the county. And then there's also study materials here for the examinations. So there are two ways that you can prep for these exams. Here are some of our exam guides, our study guides. So if you look at the bulletin, you'll see what you'll be tested on. And then you can go find that sort of content here and make sure you're studying the right materials. And you can also click on Visit Online Test Prep System, so you can get a feel for taking online examinations and take some practice exams online as well. So you have the PDF study guides as well as this online test prep system, as well as all of this other great material which will help you prepare for a job in the county. So our career guide, our job search guide, our resume guide, as well as our interview guide. And also, I know that the library has resources where you can go on to review different materials and study and take classes. So definitely check out some of the library's resources as well. Okay, we'll go through some more of our questions here. Are there any remote job openings? At this time, there are no fully remote jobs in the county, at least that I'm aware of, but there are some departments who have flexible work arrangements for their employees, but it is not a way, there's no way that I know that you can search for that as a filter within our jobs. Which agency has the largest number of employees? We are the largest employer in Southern California, but I'm not sure, I'm sorry, what agency has the most employees. Is there a page to find out about benefits? Absolutely, that would be on hr.lacounty.gov as well. Someone is interested in HR opportunities, so I would highly suggest that you go to our website and then filter based on the Department of Human Resources. But as with most jobs in the county, it's important to remember that there are a number of departments. So we are what I like to call big HR for the county, but each department has its own HR unit. So don't limit yourself just to the Department of Human Resources. The library has an HR unit, and Department of Public Social Services has an HR unit. So there are definitely jobs in different categories that are available in numerous departments. The website for 2-year paid internships for individuals with disabilities or homeless. So that is the Career Development Internship. And we will be providing the presentation as well as all links after this presentation. So as far as examinations, there's a question, how often do we have exams and where do you take one? So you will get invited to an exam, as the video had stated, if you meet the minimum requirements for a job. So what would happen is if you apply for a job, you meet the minimum requirements, an exam analyst is going to review your application. If you do meet those minimum requirements, you will be invited to an examination, which is why we said, make sure you are checking your spam. And I believe there's a way to add the email address to your contact list so it doesn't end up in spam. But if you meet those minimum requirements, you will receive a notification that you're being invited to take the examination. There will be specific instructions on how to access that exam, where to take it. Most exams now are online, and what time frame you have to take that examination. So all of that is going to be on your invitation to take the examination. It's not so much as, you know, we run exams monthly or we run exams on a set time period. It's going to be based on the job bulletin. And that's really not within our wheelhouse, but you will receive an invitation for an examination should you meet the minimum requirements of your the job that you're applying for, and then you'll be given information on when you can take that examination. This temp LA program requires to work at least 30 hours for medical, dental, vision benefits, and all temp LA jobs. It's not 15 flat, it's 15,795, and it is 30 hours, yes, for 3 consecutive months to get medical benefits. Where do you create a profile? Is it in Neogov? Yes, it is. Someone is trying to bump someone else's question, but I am reading them in order, so I can't find that question. Is there any opportunity for fresh graduates with no experience to start off their career as pharmacists in the county? I would definitely go on to our HR website and filter to any opportunities within departments that may have pharmacists. I'm thinking Department of Health Services, but again, we are a very large county with 40 different departments. So it would be hard for me to answer questions specific to another department. And Maritza, feel free to chime in at any time here.
Yes, Chris, you know, I am answering some of the questions that are on the chat. So I'm trying to give some responses. I don't know if you're reading from the same place, right?
Likely. So temp LA link, Maritza, if you can drop that in the chat as well. We don't have a link to a website. Our website is currently in development, but Maritza can drop the link to the application in the chat. And you can also feel free to email us directly, since we are the program managers and we can assist you in any way possible.
Yes, so I am dropping it again. I put it before, but with our email address, but I just put it again.
Thank you. For students, will the job be located on their school campus? No, they're jobs within county departments. Is there a special department for working with seniors? So we used to have a department that was Workforce Development, Aging, and Community Services, which has recently split into Department of Economic Opportunity, as well as, I'm sorry, Maritza, what's the other department?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Chris?
VDAC split into
so we have the, I'm sorry, it's the Department of Economic Development.
And then there's another one. Because they're asking for departments that work with seniors or
the Aging and Disabilities Department.
Aging and Disabilities Department.
Yes.
Does everything have to be submitted online? Yes. How long does it take from temp LA jobs to permanent employees? So the timeline is going to differ based on many different factors. It's based on the individual, as well as the needs of the department, as well as if you are applying to other examinations. So what is usually the course of action is that an individual would receive that temp LA certificate and then apply to intermediate clerk, and then see if there's an opportunity, if the budget is available to promote within their department. If not, they can be contacted by other departments who may need an intermediate clerk. So it can take from a couple of months up to the full 2 years, but you are still working within that time.
There's a question, Chris. It says, will you be covering how and where to do exams to apply for a job? So the exams, some of them are now being taken online, so might be on site, and the site will be at the 510 South Vermont location for county jobs. Also, there's some departments such as the Public Social Services Department. They have their own testing sites in the City of Industry. You will receive an invitation notification, and it will provide you with the address and on how you're supposed to take the exam, either in person or online.
Thank you. And I see, I can't see the chat at this time, but I'm assuming since things are popping up that people are asking questions in the chat. Again, we're answering questions that are coming through the question and answers. I'm gonna scroll back because I know I'm answering them as they come up, but there have been questions since probably the beginning of this session. So let's see, some coming in at 11 o'clock.
There's a question, Chris, that says, I also want to ask if I need a high school diploma to work for the county. Not necessarily. It will depend on the minimum requirements of the job, of the examination bulletin. So it's always important that when you're applying for a job, you really take a careful look at the requirements, because you do want to apply for those jobs that you will qualify. Because if you're not meeting the minimum requirements, you may not be invited to the examination. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I see, do the temp LA, does temp LA come with benefits? Yes, we covered that. You do get access to medical benefits as well as a pension savings plan after working 30 hours for 3 consecutive months. I also saw a question, do you need to create a different profile for every job? No, don't. It's one profile because we realized that would be cumbersome. It's one profile, and then you can apply to as many jobs as you qualify for.
But you do, like, Chris, I'm sorry to clarify. So once you establish and you create your profile, all you have to do is like visit the website, see what's open and what's available, review the exam bulletin to make sure that you meet the minimum requirements. And then on the top right-hand side, it will be an enable button that says apply. And you hit that button. And if you haven't signed into your profile, it will link you to sign in. Once you sign in, it takes you right to that application. So that's the way that you're going to be applying for different jobs using your same profile, by applying and clicking on the job bulletin, and it says apply. It's in I believe it's green tab that you just have to click in and sign in to your profile, and just keep it updated. That's why we were mentioning before. It's important that you keep your most current address, your most current job experience that you have, okay? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. So
Chris,
we're running out of time. Yeah, go ahead, Maritza.
There's one last question. It says, in the past, I have found that the higher paying jobs go to people who are already working within the county. Is this an accurate statement on how realistic it is to obtain a job that is an entry level? Well, there's a lot of people that are already in the county who may apply for promotional opportunities. those are only available to county employees, but there's open positions with higher paying jobs. I do see them a lot in the technical field. IT is always looking for talent, and those are high paying jobs. So it will depend, nursing as well. So you just have to go into the areas and take a look, but not necessarily, the answer is not necessarily that you have to be working in a county to get higher paying jobs. You could come out from the street and get a high paying job.
Thank you, Maritza. Again, it's the type of exam as well as do you meet the minimum requirements? So that leads me into another question I see. Does exam type mean there's an actual exam, like a test, or is it a way to categorize jobs that are open to the public versus internal? So when you look on that page, the exam type means it'll say open, promotional, or transfer. Promotional and transfer, again, are open to county employees only. And open means open to the public. Anyone can apply so long as they meet the minimum requirements. Now, because we are a government agency and subject to civil service rules, there will be exams also for the position. So yes, you will have to take a test. Let me just go through some of these. I see Ursula sent the link. So that link, Countywide Youth Bridges Program, is a two-step program. It is a two-step program. And the link to the CYBP program is now in the chat. It explains step 1, which is youth at work, as well as step 2. Again, that website's hr.lacounty.gov/Countywide Youth Bridges Program. Okay.
I'm sorry, Chris, there's a question
Go
here.
ahead.
Some jobs say you need 70% or more on an exam. So do you get invited to this exam after you apply? And if you're picked? So basically what happens with the examination, if you read the examination bulletin, it will describe the contents of the examination. And some might have different parts, some might have 2 or 3 parts. Some examinations might be just a review of your experience. So might be a review of if you have a degree. So they might have an assessment, a written test. They might have an online assessment, like a deductive reasoning type of assessment. They might have some writing, like a writing sample that you had to provide. You had to take a test and write something, like they give you like an essay. So they tally everything together to come up with the percentage that you have. So the 70% is the minimum. If you did the minimum at 70%, you will land basically in band 5, which is the last banding. So the county uses a banding system. Band B for veterans is the highest band because it gives 10 extra points to veterans. Then followed by band 1 for general public. That would be if you score it's about 93% to 100 and so forth, goes down to band 2. So the higher you score in the exam, let's say you band 1 with 93, 94%, then you will be one of the candidates that will be contacted first for that position. And there's also the next step, the selection interview. So, and that's how the process, it is a process. It might take, that's why you keep on applying. You don't just apply for one job and you're gonna probably end up waiting 4 to 6 months before the whole process goes through. So in the meantime, we recommend that you apply for all jobs that you believe you're qualified for. Thank you.
Thank you. And I know we are running out of time. I dropped the link to the benefits page. I know we had a few questions about benefits. You can actually go on our website and look at that. It's just hr.lacounty.gov/benefits. Someone asked about the management fellows position. So we, Talent Solutions manages several programs. Management Fellows and Admin Intern are not one of those programs, but I do want to quickly let you know what they are in case you're interested. So Management Fellows is a countywide program. You can work in any number of departments. The minimum requirement for that program is a master's degree. And there is the Administrative Intern Program, which is another 2-year full-time program. And that is, the minimum requirement is a bachelor's degree. So I think that maybe we can wrap up here. I see that there are a ton of questions still in the
Yes,
Q&A.
yeah, there are a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So, I
If
mean,
you
I
want
have
them
to
all.
say that thank you for answering all of those questions. And we've had over 300 people at the program today, and probably over 100 questions. And so you've been answering questions now for like the last 25 minutes. So we truly appreciate it. And I realize that there are people out there for whom we could not answer the questions. And some of those questions, they're just so specific that it's very difficult for us to give you general answers for your specific situation. So in those cases, you can always email, and Chris and Maritza could forward your questions to the folks who may be able to answer them. But in any case, you will all receive a recording of this presentation and the slides in a follow-up email. We do have a post-event survey that should come up when we close the Zoom, but I'm going to post it in the chat as well. So if you have feedback about the presentation, if there are topics you'd like us to cover in the future, if you'd like us to repeat this presentation in the future, do let us know in that post-event survey. We always appreciate your feedback. And Christian and Maritza, thank you so much for explaining how to get LA County jobs, the process of applying, and the variety of programs that LA County offers. One other avenue that I want to mention that wasn't covered in this presentation is that the America's Job Centers of California, the AJCCs, also have many, many programs. The AJCCs are job placement centers that the county has all over the map of LA County. And they have a ton of programs as well. So if you didn't see something you were interested in here, you can always go to ajcc.lacounty.gov, and I'll post it in the follow-up email as well, and look at their programs or stop by a job center of California. In any case, thank you very much once again, Chris and Maritza. And for everybody out there, thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.